everyone who right now is nobody. My headphones died, so I figured I'd go on and show you guys what I'm doing today. I've broken 4 blades so far today. So 4 of these blades. Trying to cut these pieces out. So I'm trying to make a diet fork and a diet spoon, but my drill only went so far, so now I'm trying to cut through it, and it's giving me some grief. Hi Vicky, hi Nancy. So I kind of just freehand drew the little black circle, and I'm just trying to cut it out. And then I'll use this as a template to make the next ones. My little Bluetooth headphones give me about 3 or 4 hours that I'm able to work without having to hear anything else in the house. But the girls are at the movies tonight, so I figured I'd get some orders done. Let's see if I can get you guys closer. Looks pretty close. So I'm cheating right now. Instead of going back into my line with the blade, I'll just take that chunk out, and now I can keep going. Hi Sydney, or not Sydney, Cindy. Alright, so now I'm going to keep up with my circle, and it's just a freehand circle, and I'll finish it up with the my Dremel. Smooth everything out. I don't know why, but I have so much trouble cutting these round spoon bowls without them being flattened out. But I will figure it out. If I have to modify my my base here, that's a possibility. Come here, brush. So I was sick most of last week, and I didn't get a chance to get a couple of orders finished. The flu just like rocked me, or whatever I had. I'm just using this whole paintbrush here. Can you guys see okay? I can't see through the comments, so. hardest part for this is keeping your blade angle going the same way with the spoon, because if you adjust the spoon, it gets just pushed right through. And that's why I've been breaking so many blades. And I'm using, because I don't have any small turns, this is a number 3 blade, saw blade. Takes out quite a bit of meat. Come on. Almost there. So I'd seen these before, the diet spoons and diet forks. The blade is a number 3 picky. I don't have to make any sharp turns, so I'm just using one of the biggest blades I have. Actually, I think this is the biggest one I have. Yeah, I have these step down bits. Let's see if I can get it here in the shot. I have these step down bits. This is the one I use for my semicolons, but there's a bigger one that I've never used because it was just too big. But that would work perfect in here, and then I could just do the circles. Because right now we're starting to get into actual time on these, and I don't know what I'm going to be able to get for them. But this is the first one, so it's learning curve. And right now my bracket's up against here, but I need to go out just a touch more. So now I need the back of my saw to go around this. So I'm going to run this all the way up, a little bit higher. Don't break, don't break. A little higher. Right there, we got it. Whew. All right, now let's get back on our sawing line. It's probably gonna break. I have no teeth left. Oh, we got it. Started. There we go. Because I went from the angle from being over here to here, it changed the way the teeth were moving, or the direction, so it didn't want to catch. Now we're moving. So once I get this finished and where I want it, then I'll just trace it out onto the next spoon. Anytime I make one thing or a new thing, I generally will do a whole batch, and I'll make the first one, and then I'll make the others to follow it. Okay, let's see if I can do this without cutting my finger this time. One time, a couple weeks ago, I think I was doing semicolons, and I had my finger just over inside the cut, and whenever I came through, like my starting cut starts right here, and whenever, don't know if you can see that, so my starting cut is right here. That's where I started around. You can kind of see the point there. So what happened was I had my finger in the open cut, and whenever I broke through to match, I actually took one full saw length right into my finger, and it did not feel good. It made work hard for a few days, but learning curve. Right. So now I have this big wonky oval. And there's the diet fork and the diet spoon. So right now I'm going to clean this guy up. I'm actually going to my big Dremel. My generic foremost. I rigged it up with a new cable and a new quick fit system. That way I could get right up real close with everything right here. Alright, so I gotta put my mask on. If you have any questions, just ask. I'm just changing over to a finer, softer grit. So let me just, I got it pretty much even out, up to where I like it right now. Let me buff this off to get rid of any ink. Yep, I think it's good. And while I'm using this, I'm holding my breath because I'm only on it for a couple seconds. Couple little marks inside where my bit slipped. Hey, I've got a broken nail. That's it, hazard pay. So I got two little small marks on there. I don't want those. I'm going to use one of my wheels here. This one is the 400 grit. And I'm going to crank it up. So what I'm trying to do is fade that spot into the area around it. This is giving me getting two things at once done. I'm getting a good polish on the spoon, and I'm also deburring the inside of this. There we go. I'm going to go to my green, which is 1000 grit. There we go. That's bringing the color back. That's convenient. And just because we'll take it to the white, and the white is 2500 grit. So it's basically doing almost nothing. It's gonna brighten this up for us. Normally I wouldn't go this far, but I need this for tomorrow. So I'll get it polished up nice and done right now. So this little one has enough torque to do what I want, but the big one is just the big blender, or not blender, the big Dremel. So like this one here, you can hear bogging down. The other one wouldn't do that at all. But it's really nice. It's consistent. The speed is really nice. All right. Yes, definitely feeling better. Yeah, it was a rough few days there. Let me buff this out real quick. Go to the white. Get my fingerprints off of here, which is crazy because I'm about to make a template from it. So here we go. We have a diet fork and spoon. I had a customer request them, so I never make one of anything, so I made 4, all in the same pattern. But the hole, I use the step bit, and I have a bigger one that's like 2.5 sizes this big, which would make a really large hole in here. But this thing, I got as big as I could, and it just didn't look right. So I drew a certain pattern on it. So this is the hole that it made. The hole that the other one will make will be as wide as this, which would be nice. And then I could just cut out the top bit. So what I'm going to do now is lay this guy right over here. And then I'm going to trace. Everything straight. Now I can cut this out, and I'll have that piece that I could just put over the hole when I drill it the next time, and I'll have a little template. But I'm hoping to be able to find the other drill bit, because I searched everywhere, I couldn't find it at all. So once I find it, I can probably just do the one big hole and not have to take all the time to cut these out. But awesome, we're super excited. Something new, we've never made these before. Let's get this guy shined up. And I'm not sure if it's coming through or not, but that does say diet fork. There we go. All right. So I have that one set. My special order is done. Get that in the bag. That is the ring right here. I started a new organizing system that I kind of have worked out. Trying to keep better organized this year, because I tend to generally just get an order and I fill it super fast. Oh, that's scrap that goes in there. But whenever I get a whole bunch of stuff, it gets kind of hectic, or I'll get a request for something, not necessarily an order, and I'll forget about it, even though I put it on my build list. So I'm trying to stay more organized with that this year, and hopefully get things faster. All right. So I do have some fun stuff coming up. I'm going to be dabbling into a little more of the jewelry aspect. So this is a little piece of faceted amethyst, and I have a little piece of opal that I'm going to try and set in or on a spoon or a fork somewhere. So I got those dug out, and I have my new stencils, my second set, which is it Bridget? I think it is. So it's got the nice It's not just your regular flat letters. But what I had to do, I can't see if you can see that. Okay, so I have to put what each one is on it so that I can see it, and I'll do the same thing to the top. I'll put what letter it is, so whenever I pull it out of the box, it make things a little faster for me, so I don't have to go through the alphabet every time. Put you back here. Alright, so I think that is it. I have these templates now, so I can just cut them out really quick, and they're all going to be the same, which is good for my OCD. Yep, we'll get rid of that. Keep my workstation cleaned up. Well, I hope you guys have a good night, and thanks for sitting in with me. Bye.